Yo, welcome back to the channel. Today we're gonna start getting the truck ready for paint. We're gonna tear it down. We're gonna pull off the wrap. It's gonna suck. Hey, let's get into it. We already pulled this side off. Took a while, right? Using the heat gun helped a lot. And just a lot of real estate to cover. So we got the bed to do and then the truck. Luckily it's just a stripe and not the whole thing. We gotta start taking some trim off. Gotta get this off of here to get to the wrap. We're gonna start working on this side, then we'll get to the rest of the truck. See what it looks like without. We almost got the tailgate done. Now here's a little bit of what we're up against. You can see, man, there we go. You can see the original red, and then the first respray of red, and then the black paint that's on here now. We might have a good bit of body work on our hands. Courtney's gonna start on the front, I'm gonna start back here, and then we'll meet in the middle. All right, the bed's completely done, and there's a couple areas of concern. Looks like there's some body work done here, cracked. And a few spots it like pulled up the paint too. Gonna have to do something about that. And then on this side, it was kind of weird. Same thing, kind of pulled up the paint with it. Whatever. Now we'll move on to the truck. And after watching that time lapse, it became apparent to me that Courtney's way better at this than me. I think she's gonna handle the wrap removal. I'm gonna start working on getting the truck tore down. Gotta drop the headliner. That way, we'll be able to get it both sides to kind of fix this cab visor mount ugliness. Then we'll pull the windshield, strip the doors, get the mirrors off, get the door handles off, take out the glass. Gonna be a lot of fun. Rip these side markers off first, get them out of Courtney's way. Took the grill off too, disconnected the battery. Since we're gonna be hanging out with the doors open in the cab. Making out pretty good. Yes, sir. Gonna move inside, get this trim off of here, and drop the headliner. Got everything out here. And unfortunately, doesn't look like there's going to be much access to the back side of those. Maybe a little bit. Done in here for now. Now I'm going to take out the windshield. Got to take off the wiper arms. There's a little clip in here. Got to pop out. Whoa, that's a new look. That's for the body man. Got the wipers off. Take out this here mirror before we get the windshield off. Let's see if we can get this clip out of here. Ooh. Oh, yours broke.
Yeah, snapped in my face. A piece hit me.
I'm sorry.
Could have cut me. You're gonna fall?
Whoop. Don't step on it. Get this old trim out of here. Looks good. All right, looking good. Courtney got all the wrap pulled off. There it all is. Did a good job. Now I'm gonna start stripping the doors all the way down. I actually already did this side to refresh myself. I had all this apart when I did the interior on this thing last year. So I got all the glass out, door handle, and the mirror off, along with the drip rail. Gonna go do the same thing on the other side. Making good progress though. Get this driver's side door stripped. Get the window out of there next. Get the window off of its tracks here. Trim out of here. We'll get the door handle off next. It's just two little bolts. And then there's a little piece of linkage down in here. And I already got that disconnected, just a little clip. Push this in, pull it out. There's that. For the mirror, it's all on the outside. There's the mirror. Add it to our parts collection, which is growing. Last thing to do is get the little lock cylinder out of here, which is just right here. We'll just pry on that. And that should have freed that thing up. Ooh, that's a nice surprise. Guess I should have left that in there. Yikes. Dude, look how caked this is with filler. You can see the red is like the original metal. The weird thing to me is the inside of the door, there's like nothing wrong with it. I don't know. That should be good for gutting the doors. Now we'll get this drip rail off. First we gotta get this outer trim piece. Go. Now we just have a bunch of little 7mm bolts. Right there. Let's pull her on outside. don't want to rip it up the driveway. Oh, there goes my blanket. Now that we got the test drive out of the way, both the truck and the bed are pretty much ready for prep work. And I'm gonna get the front half of the shop here cleaned out, drop the divider. Reason I wanna do that, it's like a plastic curtain thing, and all the sanding and paint, overspray, all that mess we're gonna be making, I'm gonna keep it up here. Got some updates on body work, mainly on the bed. My buddy Logan, the body man, came over and helped, and he actually knows what he's doing with this stuff. He's actually the one that had that blue YJ. We were doing some transmission work too. So we're just trading favors, and we got the bed pretty well prepped. We'll get to that in a second. This is pretty much ready to go. Ready for body filler now, and then a coat of primer. But on the rear quarter, we found some damage. Well, first, I noticed a crack right here. That was obviously filler, so we chipped that off. Noticed there was a ton of Bondo caked up on here, so that's how far we had to sand it to get it to thin out. That's how big the area was. Obviously, this was repaired at one point, dented in, and then I guess spot welded, pulled back out. I'm guessing the surface rust is from a piece of body molding. I don't know. That's my guess. But you can see many layers, bare metal, 2 coats of red, some primer, some filler. But it's all feathered out now, looks good, and he's gonna come in here and do his thing with body work. Like I said, that pretty much completes the bed. The cab did make some progress. The damage from the cab visor where it was mounted, we got all the well nuts grounded out, kind of flushed down. The whole truck still needs sanded, but I'm gonna get started there. And then the only other thing that happened, well yeah, you guys saw that, the filler that came out there with the door lock. Hope the truck itself doesn't give us issues or any hidden surprises like the bed there on the truck. So I'm gonna start working away at this. Before I start sanding though, to try and protect the interior as much as possible, start masking it off, try and keep the dust out of there. All right, I got most of the masking done, got the windshield taped off, and then for the windows, I just got a big piece of cardboard, cut it out, and taped it up. We should pretty much be good to do some body work. I think body man Logan's gonna come over tomorrow. We'll get started on everything. I'll check back in when he's done and see what kind of progress we're making. Here's where we're at. I got the truck sanded down. I took it up to the house and got all that done and ready for body work. And then Logan came by and started doing body work and filler. The roof is pretty much ready for primer. Got all the holes filled and smoothed out. Looks really good. I wish I could explain a little bit better on what he's doing here, but I really don't know anything about body work or paint, nothing. I mean, that's why I'm not doing it. So it actually comes out right. He's doing a really good job. It's just taking some time, but that's to be expected. It's gonna look sweet when it's done. And then where that big piece of Bondo came flaking off, got that smoothed off, we're gonna have to round out that hole again for the lock cylinder, but going good. Got some dents filled in. So the cab is pretty much ready for primer and paint at this point. And then with the bed, same deal. This spot was the biggest area to tackle with that damage that was right here, but he's got it smoothed pretty good. I don't know if he's quite done with this yet, but it's coming along nicely. The dent that was on either side, looking good, smooth. Let me show you the other side. That still is a little bit rough. I think that's the last thing that needs to be finished off on the bed. It's gonna look really good when we're done, but just like any good paint job, prep work is the key. These couple things still need prepped. The roll pan, the front cowl piece. So I don't think too much is gonna happen before we paint it. Just those couple spots like I showed you. So that is where I'm gonna end this video for prep. Pretty much there. Next video, I'm gonna be cleaning up the rear frame and painting it gloss black, getting that ready to go. And then we'll also be fixing the dual tanks, getting both of them to work properly with the switch. But paint is coming sooner than later. And that's gonna wrap it up for this one, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. Take it easy. See you in the next one.